Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, Matt's here with another great business to discuss on this episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. Today's guest is Henry, and he's selling his lead generation and affiliate business in the Empire Flippers marketplace. So welcome to the show, Henry. How are you doing today?
Doing pretty good. Nice to talk to you, Max.
Yeah, it's good to have you on. So before we begin, I'll just give you a brief summary of the business. It's a lead gen and affiliate business in the finance niche created in September 2014. The average monthly revenue for the business is $99,256 and makes an average of $23,822 per month in net profit. For everyone listening, you can visit theempireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing 47891 to learn more about the business. Included in the sale is a primary domain and all the site contains files, an additional domain with all the site contents and files, an email list of about 1,000 subscribers stored in Aweber, and the SOPs. So now that I've given an overview of the business, Henry, can you tell us a little bit about your background in building and running online businesses?
Yeah, sure. So I have a degree in marketing and entrepreneurship and also have an MBA as well. So I've always had a knack for business. My online business pedigree goes all the way back to when I was a teenager, probably selling stuff on eBay. And then I graduated from eBay to my own website. And ever since then, I've just been creating websites and dealing with affiliate marketing, and I love it.
And how did you come up with the idea for this particular one?
I've always kind of been in the finance space the last 10 years or so. And I've seen it doing well with some of the businesses that I was working with. And I thought, why not? Let's give it a try. And it's done really well. I'm glad I made that decision.
Was finance something you were interested in before it became a business venture?
Of course, as a business background, finances has always been at the top of my mind. So it was like not even thinking about it, it just worked. It was something I did pretty seamlessly.
And you said it's a lead gen and affiliate. Why did you decide to choose this business model?
As far as finances, one thing that'll never go away, people will always need financial products. And even in times like this, and ups and downs and everything in between, you always need financial products. So I knew it was going to be a business that was going to last long term. So I'm happy with that decision, and it's done really well.
And how does this primarily make money?
It makes money from affiliate marketing. So we have banners and display links and whatnot throughout the site. We also have rev share partners on the data side. And between affiliate marketing and our data partners, that's how we make up the majority of our revenue.
Could you tell us a bit more about the lead gen side of it? It's something we don't hear as much. What's the relationship like with your data partners? Is that something that the new buyer might benefit from?
Sure. So there is a lot of money to be made on the data side. And it's just a time of having to have the right business partners to where they're actually called list managers. So they take your data, they monetize your data, and then they give it to you on a rev share, and they report back to you how much revenue was made on that rev share. As far as the affiliate side, it's pretty straightforward. Consumers come to our site and they click on links, and some of those links are CPCs, so we get paid on a per click. Some are more lead gen based. The consumer has to actually do an action, but every time somebody clicks on something, we usually make decent money, and we get a lot of traffic. So that's how we make money from the sites on the affiliate and the data side.
And where does the majority of your traffic come from?
Yes, the majority of our traffic is from a direct display partner that we've had a relationship with for years. It's not an ad network or something like Google AdWords. It's a direct relationship that we have with a direct advertiser that we've cultivated over many years.
And will that relationship be passed on to a new buyer? Will they be able to benefit from it?
Of course, definitely.
Do you do any other sort of things in terms of marketing?
For one of the sites, we have a small AdWords traffic, but there's not a lot of AdWords traffic. The majority of the traffic comes from the direct display partner that I'm referring to, and then a very small part is AdWords traffic. So there's definitely some room to grow on the AdWords side as well, because everybody knows there's almost a limited amount of traffic there if you can do it right.
Can you describe the amount of work that you personally do for this site?
Yes, I probably put in a few hours a day, and that's just, of course, reviewing the numbers, just making sure everything looks good. And then if I so choose, optimizing the affiliate offers that we have on the website. So if I see something that, I feel like could be doing better or I should test somewhere, I'll test new offers. My day to day goes between just reviewing the numbers and trying to monetize, as best as possible.
And are you working with any employees?
Yes, I have one full-time employee.
Can you talk about what sort of role they have? What tasks are they given?
Yeah, so one employee, they're basically a webmaster. If any changes need to be made to the website, then they're the ones that make those changes. The websites are pretty solid and pretty straightforward as far as being on a solid ground. So we don't make a lot of changes. So that person can go a long while without having much to do. And that could be an opportunity for buyers as well, because we pay, our webmaster pretty well, but the new buyer may not have to, go the expensive route, if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally. So the webmaster will be staying with you.
Yes.
And you think that sort of role is something that could be taught to someone quite easily, or find someone you like quite easily?
Yeah, the way we've set up the site, it's very straightforward and it's highly functional. So I think somebody will be able to get in there very quickly and hit the ground running.
Is there anything that you've learned from this business that you might apply to future businesses?
Just overall, the knowledge on the affiliate marketing industry, and of course on the data side, and just the ins and outs of websites and creating them, and just the overall model. So I'm not sure if and when I'll do it again, but everything that I've learned, if I decide to move in a different direction, I'll use that knowledge for sure.
And why are you deciding to sell the business instead of keeping it?
I think it's just kind of run its course with me. We've had it since 2014, and I think it's just time to move on to a different part of the internet marketing industry.
And if you were to keep it, what do you think are some ways that you might try and grow it?
Yeah, so as I mentioned before, optimizing and scaling Google AdWords or even Facebook would be highly lucrative. Of course, helping the monetization on the sites. We have a very small email list, so that's something that a new buyer could come in and make a lot of money from just, growing the email list and monetizing it. So scaling it, monetizing the email list, and also helping the monetization side just from finding new offers.
And what do you think some of the biggest risks might be with a site like this that a buyer should be aware of?
As far as risk, one of the things that I've seen over the years that certain affiliate marketing offers, they may change their payout depending on the season, but that can actually work in your favor as well. One of our best seasons is actually the financial season around Christmas. So around October and November, we actually see payments go up for those 3-4 months. So we do really well around that time. So it just depends. You got to be able to move quickly if something happens with an affiliate offer.
And if a new buyer was to come in, would you be willing to commit to a non-compete?
Of course.
How much support are you offering to buyers? Is that email support? Is there anything else?
Yes, I'd be more than willing to provide email support and whatever other support the new buyer may need.
Sure, it's good to hear. Would you be open to negotiating something like an earnout?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's not my preference. I would rather a full sale, but if it's the right buyer, then of course I'd be open to it.
And some advice for our listeners. What do you wish you knew that when you first started this business?
It's a good question. Just the overall knowledge. The more you deal with it, the more you learn. The internet marketing industry is so vast that you're always learning every day, just the ins and outs of it. But we've set up the sites to where they're pretty straightforward and they almost run themselves. So I think a new buyer will be able to come in pretty quickly, even if they don't have a vast amount of affiliate marketing experience. But there is a learning curve. So the more information you have and the more knowledge you have will definitely help.
Yeah, some good advice. Was there any software or tools that really helped you when you started running this?
As far as overall software, we use a basic tracking software. tracks clicks and whatnot. Other than that, nothing big. We tried other software such as Cake and whatnot, but that didn't really vibe with the sites too well. So now we just have a basic tracking software.
And sort of last main question for me, putting yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why do you think that this is a business worth buying?
Well, we've been around since 2014, and that's going around almost 6 years now. So the model is solid. And like I said, finance will be around for a long, long time, and people will always need financial products. I think our site is on solid ground, and it will be so for the next 6 years. And to be honest with you, I think the next 60 years. So if anybody is looking for a long-term asset that's going to bring in healthy profit every month, I think it'll be a great buy.
And is there anything else that you'd sort of like to share that I might have missed?
No, I think we've covered pretty much a good amount. Anybody needs more information, I'm more than willing to offer that info.
Well, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you, Max. It was a pleasure.
All right, everyone. Thank you for listening. To learn more and see if this listing has already been sold, head over to empirecables.com/marketplace and search for listing 47891. If you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. Once you've unlocked this listing, you'll be given everything you need to know about this business. And I'll see you in the next episode.